So I have the privilege of having Jean-François Moquin with me this afternoon, who's a new guest lecturer at Parole de Vie, and we're really glad you're here. What's your topic?
I'm teaching about evangelism, and it's a different strategy for evangelism. It's really training people to be witnesses of Jesus instead of thinking that they have to be evangelists. Every single believer can be watchful and just follow what God is doing, and then have the right tools to listen and accompany someone towards knowing who Jesus is.
I heard you say something about your vision for the gospel in Quebec. What's the big picture here? What would you like to see happen that you were part of making happen?
There are 8 million French-speaking Canadians, and my vision is by the time that this generation is over, I'm talking about the new generation that's growing up, that this DNA or this culture of reproducing testimony or sharing the gospel to one another will make it happen that every single breathing French Canadian will have been exposed clearly to the message of the gospel.
Wow, every single one.
Yeah, and I'm talking about a one-on-one
this is
discussion.
not a big meeting. This is with somebody they know that they trust.
Exactly. And we do testimonies with Je suis deuxième, which are testimonies of people sharing their stories about having met Jesus. And I'm not including these films in an encounter like that.
Okay.
Really talking one-on-one.
Okay.
So
real live, person to person.
Exactly. We have to think about the whole body of Christ being equipped to have this DNA of sharing the gospel to one another.
Okay.
Because oftentimes I think it's proper to our North American culture. We think about the church as the professional center for it. So you just lead your contacts into the church, and the church will do it.
Yeah.
But French-speaking Canadians are open to the gospel.
Right. But not to the church.
Not to the church.
Okay.
Yeah, the distinction that has to be set clear.
Yeah.
They are open to something personal about Jesus. There's this big void that has never been replaced by anything else since we moved away from the church.
Yeah.
So the need is there, and you can feel it. But yet at the same time, they are very close to anything that sounds churchy or religious or whatever. But they would listen to your story because they don't hear anything about it.
Sure. And when you're in the classroom here at Parole de Vie, this is your first time at Parole de Vie as a guest lecturer, okay?
Yes.
Just tell me your impressions when you're in the room and you've got the 28 students in front of you.
They are going to be the ones leading this vision as I grow older.
Yeah.
And so it's exciting for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're really glad you're here. This is a really strategic week for us to have you here. Thank you so much for the interview.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.